Whoa, that is fun. Okay. Hey guys, Night Cruiser MA here. I'm over at MOMS Foxboro on Route 1 in Foxboro, Massachusetts. And today I'm doing my very first Let's Ride episode. Today I've got the Victory Empulse TT. This is an all-electric bike. And it's the most unusual thing I think I've ever been on. This has 54 horsepower and 61 pound-feet of torque, which is going to be available instantly, of course. So the riding experience should be kind of intriguing. I really want to thank MOMS Foxboro here for letting me take this baby out and take it for a ride. So let's see how this goes. This is going to be our first attempt here to make an episode like this. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the bike handles, how it behaves. It should prove to be pretty interesting, especially for a cruiser rider like me. So let's get it on the road and see how things go. Alrighty, first impressions. Oh my gosh, what am I riding? This is a very interesting motorcycle here. I have got, well, first of all, I'm in eco mode. I don't know how I pulled that off. I shouldn't be in eco mode. I can also just let off the clutch completely here, which I'm going to do. So I'm in gear. I'm off the clutch. Things are kind of strange here. Can I get like out of eco mode or something? I'm not sure I'm really liking that, but okay. So everything else seems kind of normal here. I mean, just no clutch. All right, guys, here we go. Let's go have some fun. So first things first. Whoa, that is fun. Okay, let's find like a gear. There we go. There's a gear. Now I'm in third. Hey, no mirrors on this guy. Okay, this is a blast. So I have to remember it's not all about the fun. It's about the fact that I'm trying to do a review here. So let me see what I can do. Obviously, for a cruiser rider, the wind is, a little bit different, but man, it feels good. This just feels fantastic. I mean, remember also, this is basically about my first ride on a sport bike kind of thing. So it's, let me close that in case you just can't hear me. I'd love to be able to... Alright. Oh yeah. Something about... Whoa, bumpy. That's what sport bikes are all about, huh? Okay. Not to mention the fact that as a fat guy, I'm probably compressing the suspension a bit, but... So basically, I'm just in third at 53 miles an hour, and the bike seems comfortable. It's in the green zone, which seems to be maybe a good thing. So one negative I would just point out is that the throttle response, maybe I'm doing something wrong, maybe the clutch does have to be involved, but I don't think so. But the throttle response is very twitchy. It's just like nothing, and then you just kind of jerk forward. So that's a little bit strange, and certainly not what I'm used to coming from a big cruiser. You know, what else can I say except that this thing brings an incredible smile to my face. You know, is it fast? Well, you know, I think it's reasonably quick. Now again, I've not ridden like an R1 yet or anything like that, but I mean, I think it's fun enough. You know what this is? This is really something that I think somebody that's just starting out on bikes, and maybe they would like a sport bike as their first bike, but they're just not really sure. This might be really good for them because it's pretty lightweight. It's very easy to ride. Pardon the undulations in my voice here as I go over these little bumps here. Obviously, with my Indian Chieftain, my Indian Roadmaster, I am not used to that kind of a suspension, but it's not bad. I mean, for what it is, obviously, you know, what you want is something that is sporty. I just hit the brakes and I'm like, okay, am I going to flip over the handlebars here? What is... Oh, man. Oh, okay, no, I thought this guy was like broken down, but he's not. He's just waiting to move. I feel vulnerable out here. I feel like I can't be seen because I'm on this sport bike and I have no mirrors. Well, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna... There we go. Okay, that was better. I think I got the feel for the clutch there. Oh man, it's just like effortless. So forgive me guys, I am a cruiser rider, so I'm getting used to two things, an electric bike and a sport bike seating position. So it's just completely foreign to me. I'm at 94% battery. The motor temperature is 129 degrees. I'm in third gear. I haven't felt a need to go to first or anything yet. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what? This thing is very, very nice to turn. Oh my gosh. It's... Oop, bump. Okay. Alrighty. It's, no, you know what this is? This is very flippable. It's again, remember, this is a cruiser guy perspective, but it's extremely flippable, and you can just kind of... It just does whatever you want. It's like you just think... and it goes and it does it. I just can't believe how kind of fun this is. It's just a... I don't feel like I'm giving a great review yet, but I really want to, as soon as I'm just kind of used to it a little bit here. So I'm in third gear, I've got it nailed. And in third gear, I would say it's... you know, let's put it this way, all right? Watch this. I'm doing 31, all right? I'm going to nail it. That's it. 43, 44. And then it starts to pick up much faster after that. So even though electric motors have all of their torque basically at 0 RPM, one thing about this bike is that because it has gears, it actually does have a torque curve. And in fact, you can see it right here. This green area on the tack, I would assume, is the torque curve. So let me tell you this, as you're accelerating, it's kind of like a lull, and then it just picks up. Stay, thank you. So again, yeah, see, I can feel in third gear, once it gets up to about right around 4,500 RPM, which is exactly where the green starts there, it seems to be much more, it just, you know, there's a lot more torque there, so it's a little strange. It's all in the gearing. Seating position, so the bars are higher than, say like a sport bike. I mean, it is a sport bike, obviously, but the bars do sit higher, probably similar to like I would guess like a Ninja 250, even a Ninja 650 maybe, but you know, they're not like clip-ons that are way down here. Just having the bars down here tells me I would never ever want to go for clip-ons. Never. I'm good. This is good. You know, my weight is kind of on my hands. I'm trying to hug the tank, although there is something a little sharp over here on my left side. And and on the right side too. Okay, no, it's a dual sharpness. That's good. It's nice and symmetrical. However, what I'm trying to do now is balance myself so that more of my weight is on my butt and not on my hands, and I'm actually able to do that, which makes this even more fun. This is a blast. The sound is kind of jet engine like. It sounds like a toy, let's face it. And you just feel invisible. You feel like nobody can hear you coming. One thing I will say, bump ahead, thanks, because I know struggling with the ones that weren't labeled as bumps. Okay, missed that one. One thing I will say, it's something I just can't remember what I was going to say. That's fantastic. I'll bet you it was kind of important. So far, I've not come out of third gear. Oh, yes. That's what I was going to say. Yes. All right, let me go to second gear here. Okay, yeah, so the clutch does play an important role here. Oh, yeah. Oh, second's nice. So, hanging caterpillar. Missed that one. Second is kind of nice. It's kind of zippy. Haven't tried first yet. What I was going to say way back there is that the bike feels, now again, stop. Okay, there we go. All right, it's kind of like a stop. Yes, so forget what I said about the engagement being notchy. It's not, because I just wasn't using the clutch, because it's not freaking necessary, which totally throws off my entire perspective of the universe. Oh my gosh, this thing is a blast. Sport bike riders, you guys are lucky that you can do this for a long period of time. I mean, a fat guy like me is pretty much out of luck. It's just a little uncomfortable for a long period of time, but man, this is fun. So the thing I was going to say about 4 times ago when I kept saying there was something I wanted to say is that very much unlike a cruiser like, say, my Chieftain, wow. It just takes right off. It's just so much fun. Wow. I'm not saying it's the fastest thing ever. Oh my gosh, I never got back to my point. All right, what I was going to say, guys, very much unlike a cruiser, you really do feel the need to apply both brakes very evenly, particularly the rear brake. I use my rear brake more here than I do on a cruiser. The reason being that you feel, maybe it's just the way the bike feels, maybe it's not really reality, but you feel like you're about to just kind of flip over the bars every time you apply the front brake. All the weight shifts and you just feel like, whoa, I need to get some rear brake on there. But that's just something you'd have to get used to. Man, this thing is a blast. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I've ridden, I don't know, well over a dozen bikes, probably 15, 20 bikes. This is one of the most fun things I've ever ridden. And again, you know, I haven't really ridden a sport bike. I rode a sport tourer one time. Didn't feel like this. It felt similar, but this is so much lighter. Oh my gosh. One thing that's a little bit confusing is you see these lights on here. These, I think, maybe that's your efficiency? Let me see. Oh yeah. As I get on the throttle, my efficiency lights, my little grade for the day goes away. So, but that can be a little bit confusing because you're thinking that your directional is on. All right, I'm going to stay in second still. And I have no mirrors. Alright, let's hit the gas a little bit here. That's pegged. Oh yeah, So my guess is just in second gear, 0 to 60 might be like 7 seconds, something like that, which is plenty fun. So here's my take on this, guys. You know, motorcycling means different things to different people. It really does. Sometimes I'm on a bike and I feel like one of the most fun things I can do is just listen to the roar of the engine, to that exhaust note, that I can brap the throttle and just hear it going under bridges and things like that. It's a wonderful feeling. And ooh, I got my blinker on it. They are not self-canceling. That was actually pretty dangerous. So, you know, sometimes you feel like you just want to hear that exhaust and feel the power and everything. This is the total opposite. Let me go fourth here, just to see what that's like. Okay. This is the exact opposite, guys. This is, if you're used to a cruiser that has all that noise, and oh yeah, you can even kind of, yep, downshifting is pretty easy. All that noise and stuff, this is the exact opposite. This gives you basically just a feeling of the wind in your face. It's like a hyper golf cart on two wheels. There's no noise to speak of except for just the electric powertrain down there. You don't get, you know, noise, you just get wind. It's like just riding the wind. And honestly, since those initial few bumps back there that were pretty rough, I haven't really noticed any issue with the suspension since I've been just riding normally here. It's a very natural experience. The noise is nothing like on a cruiser, and it's just you in the air. It really is. Just fantastic. I mean, I'm just in second gear, 45 miles an hour. The bike is very happy right now. Its rider is very happy right now. Everything's really good. So again, power-wise, boy, it's so hard to measure power when you don't hear the motor. If you could wear earplugs on a Chieftain or Roadmaster and just twist the throttle, you'd get a better feel for what power is and what power means, because you're influenced by the sound of the engine, whether you think so or not. You are actually influenced by that. I'll tell you one thing, my arms are sore. I'm not used to the sport bike riding position, so I'm not saying it's anything against this particular bike, but because I just don't know exactly how to distribute my weight, and because there is so much of my weight, my arms are just a little sore from this riding position here. But not bad. Not bad. It's cool. You can hear it as you're engine braking, and you really can engine brake. That was one thing I was wondering about, is could you engine brake on this? And you absolutely can. I'm going to go to first gear. I'm going to go to first gear here. Let's just see what happens. I can't exactly like just, you know, floor this. I know. No, I guess I could. I don't want to. I mean, this is brand new off the dealer floor. I don't want to do anything crazy to it here. But what an unusual sound. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Plenty of power. Plenty of power. Oh my goodness. First gear was fun. I see what they say about, like, you know, start off in third. You don't need first or second. You really don't. But man, if you want to have fun, that is the way to do it. And when you don't hear the engine, it just feels faster. Okay, my helmet's gonna come off my head here. So 74, 68, I mean, third gear. This has a top speed of over 100, which is, I certainly believe it. I mean, I can just feel it. Wow. It's just extremely flippable. It feels good. I would love to take this around a racetrack. So flippable, it feels small, it feels light, it feels willing to do whatever you'd like it to do. There's no stress to it. I mean, you can use the clutch. You don't have to use the clutch, it seems. It doesn't really seem like an issue. The gauges are pretty easy to read. It's digital speedo, which I'm not really used to. I'm not sure I'm totally used to that or liking it, but I think I can get used to it. Let me see if I can get over here. It's weird without mirrors. Now again, I got to remember, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. Let's not go over the handlebars here. I'm sure I wouldn't, but it does feel weird. Oops, pardon me. Nobody can hear me coming. I know. Well guys, there you have it. That is my review of the Victory Empulse TT for 2016. Interesting bike. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys later. Please leave me any comments, good or bad, improvements that you would suggest to my reviews. I'm looking to make these as informational and useful to you as possible. So I appreciate your feedback. Thanks very much.